and then on DSTV on channel 277. My name is Nana Kwesi, and I'm sitting in for your favorite host, Dr. Hannah Atiasi, who is not going to be here with you. But then hopefully next week she's going to be coming over and joining you to continue your wonderful time right here on Metro TV. All right, so today we'll be looking at two issues where we'll be talking to the Ghana Plumbers Association. We'll be talking about them, and then also why are snakes invading our bathrooms? These are the conversations that we'll be having tonight. And before I do that, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I introduce my wonderful guest, then we can start the conversation.
It's me, Azar.
Yeah, me now they see. Hey, you don't look fresh. Oh.
Hey.
With your label today, me.
Wait till you see what's inside me.
Azar, freshly made inside and out for greater coverage and colors that last longer and beautify your walls, spaces and places. Azar, no size. Go ahead. Buy now. Azar, #1 from Azar Group since 1921.
From finding your dream home to building a legacy for your family, the Homeowner Show has been your trusted guide.
How sure are you what you're getting is the right land? And it has to do with searches, land commission, checking social, planning, authority, checking everything to make sure that what you are buying is not a problem or a challenge-prone, transaction.
The stress of even not owning a house and constantly coughing up to rent is a big issue.
Join me, Hannah Atiasi, and my distinguished panelists as we delve into exciting conversations. Season 3 of the Homeowner Show, every Saturday at 6 p.m., only on Metro TV. Don't just own a house, build a legacy for your family.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for joining us. And in case you're just with us right now, or just tuning, this is the Homeowner Show. We are live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana and on DSTV on channel 277. Before we start our conversation and I introduce my guest to you, I've got some great information that I would want to share with all of you. And I'm starting with a very big question. Are you looking for a property to buy or rent? This is the big question. At eWells Realty, we've got you covered. At eWells, we offer comprehensive advisory services in mortgage finance, sales, marketing, leasing, and investment. At eWells, what we do is we are here to guide you through all your real estate needs. You can call us on 0553 698 698, or you can email us at info@ewellsconsult.com. And then also, are you planning for New Year weddings, birthdays, surprise parties, etc.? Sophie's Food Bank definitely has got you covered. This is where you go to. We cook your delicious meals and finger foods, and then also both local and continental, if that's what you want. Give us a call on 0205 793 and then 951. Join the Homeowner Show on Metro TV every Saturday from 6 p.m. as we bring you all the exciting and educative conversations from the building and construction industry in Ghana and beyond. To sponsor or partner the Homeowner Show, all that you have to do is to call or text, and you can text to this number or call on 0243 272753. Also, like, comment, share the program to others at Metro TV Ghana or Homeowners TV GH. All right, so I'm going to be introducing our wonderful guest to you this evening so that we can start our conversation. I have in our midst Mr. Joshua Nyamavo, who happens to be the president of the Ghana Plumbers Association, and also Anyete Yunus Sowa, training coordinator, Ghana Plumbers Association. Good evening to you, gentlemen.
Good evening.
And welcome. All right, so Eid al-Fitr, we are still in the celebration and we are still in the season. Our Muslim brothers are celebrating Eid al-Fitr, and on behalf of the team over here, the Homeowner Show team, we wish all Muslims across Ghana happy Eid al-Fitr and also the best of God's blessings and so on. I've had a lot of Muslim friends and brothers bringing me food from yesterday and even today. Let me find out from you. Presido, have they brought you some food?
Our friends are doing well.
How about you? Have they brought you some food?
Myself, I'm a Muslim.
You're a Muslim?
Yes, so I'll say Baraka di Salah to
Baraka di Salah, definitely.
my people in Rock of Islam, Burma Camp, and in Tama, where I live now. Baraka di Salah.
All right, we are so happy about the fact that your holidays, started from Friday, and then also Monday, there's also holidays for you. So we thank the president for continuing to share this wonderful time with our Muslims. I've given us the opportunity actually to share this wonderful time with all of you. All right, so let's talk about the Ghana Plumbers Association. Let's find out who they are and then what you do. Let's start with President.
Yeah, thank you. And greetings across this festive season. Ghana Plumbers Association, is a trade association. And basically, members are supposed to be stakeholders in the industry. I say stakeholders, I mean people who are plumbers, people who are manufacturers of plumbing materials, and people who are also dealers. We also have others who are training institutions, who are into developing people and ushering them into the plumbing profession. So these are the kind of people we are targeting and seeing as stakeholders in the industry. And the association is also meant to make sure that the trade is sustainable and beneficial to the people around us or every community we find ourselves in. And also the other aspect of the association is we understanding and appreciating what is into the trade called plumbing. A lot of people don't know or understand what plumbing is. And it has been limited to just an aspect. As in, if you know someone who joins a pipe, you just call the person a plumber. We have others who can join pipes who are not plumbers. Because plumbing is a total science engagement, because we plan, we strategize, and we also put resources together to implement something that impacts people's lives. Plumbing is a very broad field that you can find some people working in certain areas that you have no idea that their background is plumbing. So that's why even the course in our schools is termed as plumbing and gas fitting technology. We added the gas fitting technology to emphasize because that aspect is not well considered as plumbing when we are talking about gas. But plumbing got to do with fluids. And fluids means more than water.
More than water.
Because a lot of people only think plumbers are into treating water, supplying water. Many students go to school thinking they are going to work with Ghana water. So at the end of the day, plumbing is to water, pipe work, and those who go a little further will say, you fix WC for me. But when your gas cooker goes bad, you don't look for a plumber.
Yeah, you don't.
But it's the plumber that you have to look for. So it tells you that our field of work is very broad and need to be have education out there so that people won't get so limited into just this water, house plumbing stuff and things. When we talk about plumbing, we have a lot to tell.
I know.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you, how long have you been running the Ghana Plumbers Association?
Okay, the Ghana Plumbers Association was before we came to run it.
Oh,
that means we came to continue something that was
already
there. Just that the early people were only targeting the business people.
Okay.
So it is like if you are into plumbing, you have a plumbing company, or you are into distribution. They were the only people in the plumbing until we came in and said no, everybody has to be in the plumbing association, as in training institution, even the trainees, students, mentors, mentees, and instructors, manufacturers. There are certain areas that we are developing now, as in plumbing designers, system designers. They are just like your draftsmen or people who design the whole plumbing system. So before your building comes up, there should be a comprehensive design that tells you where every fluid comes in and goes out, need to be treated, discharged, or recycled to the building. So it is very important because plumbing has a lot to do with public health.
Yes, I was going to come there.
So if you overlook it, it means you are not too much concerned about your health.
Your health, yeah.
And that is a very serious issue.
All right. Let me go to Mr. Soa. Mr. Soa, with the health bit that I'm sure that a lot of us are not aware that plumbing is part of our health. So if you ignore that part of yourself, there's a huge risk of you losing out on something very big concerning your health. And it could be anything at all. Can you go into that conversation a little bit so that we can actually have a picture of why that reason comes up, that it is a huge part of your health?
We all know that currently we complain about cholera, we complain about typhoid, and then some few other diseases we pick along the way.
Yeah.
Cholera comes about because somebody has defecated into the water, you come into contact with it. And typhoid too, they will tell you that wash your hands. Why are you going to wash your hands? What are you going to use? Yes. So if we don't bring the water home, and we don't make sure that the water you are coming to use to wash your hands is safe, is portable from day one, it means we are bringing the disease home.
That's true.
We have to make sure that the water that is coming to your home is first of all potable. I'm saying potable because it should be treated, it should be carried properly and discharged into your house where you will not get the typhoid or get the cholera. And all of us are avoiding it.
Let me ask you this. Why do you think that in our community or our part of the world, the kind of value and importance that we need to place on plumbers, we do not do that? Because the truth of the matter is, as soon as you are done with your building and then the plumbing works and everything has been done, you think that you're okay. But then the fact of the matter is, in between time, you need a plumber to do regular checks. Just like as a human being, you also go ahead and check whether your health is intact. You also need a plumber to come and check whether everything is actually going on well in terms of the plumbing works that you have in your home. Why do you think we underlook plumbers in that regard?
In Ghana, we are always looking at cost. We are looking at cost. And then because he's looking at cost, he doesn't see why he should keep calling you. And he will come and tell you that when the man came the last time, he did this and took this. You came today, within a short space of time, you want to take this money. But when you go to America, you realize that one neurosurgeon became a plumber based on the money somebody took from him.
Yes.
So you Google the plumber and you see that he made a nice assertion that why should I be doing neurosurgeon and getting some small money? While I call somebody for less than 30 minutes, comes to my home and takes so much money. And in Ghana, still we are running away from cost. Everybody, he starts it, he completes, he doesn't want to pay again. But we are the only people who walks into the president's room, and president will leave and leave the place for us. Yes, because if he has a nasty washroom and he cannot stand the stench, and he calls my president, he will say, oh, my washroom is there. And you go, I understand you understand what you want to do. Then you leave the place for my president to go. And when you charge him, you say, you came for some few minutes and you want to take
you want to charge.
In Ghana, we are always looking at the money.
That's
and that
true.
is our problem. We don't want to pay the right price for the right work that we are getting. That's where we are. So that's why my president is trying hard to put all of us together. So I will learn the etiquette, will learn the trade, understand the trade, and be better managers of the trade. But we are still coming up. He told you Plumbers Association has existed way back.
Yeah.
Way back 70s.
So how do you join and how do you become part of it?
Way back 70s. I'm telling you the history.
Yeah.
He is taking over based on the history that is behind.
Yeah.
And where you have environmental, you had ANDOP, you had plenty of the Alpha. And when they left, he came in with Saif and with me around. We said, no, the name should be the Plumbers Association. And he took over and he's doing very well. He has gone over the country telling people who are doing the trade that come, let's go. Without the numbers we are having, we cannot fight. Now people want to have buildings and they give all the work to the main contractor. And the main contractor comes in and is now looking for a plumber who doesn't understand what he wants to be done for him. He cannot read the blueprints.
Yeah.
He cannot read the blueprint, but he's doing the work. Then you'll be at home and you come in, they gave you something, I have a shower which have lights. Can you come and look at it for me? And now you call president, I have a shower, it has lights. How do I fix it? Then, so he's doing well, and we are all trying hard to let people understand that plumbing is not just your WC. Plumbing is not just your washroom.
It's bigger than that.
Yes, and it's bigger. We thank God for President coming with us.
President Joshua Nyamavo, thank you very much and congratulations to you for the great work that you're doing for Ghana. Quickly, how does one join the association and what do you think are some of the things that people, let me put it this way, myth that people have about the association and because of that they don't want to even join? Let's be quick about this one and then we'll go into our conversation for this evening.
Okay, thank you. A lot of people think joining an association is a burden. A burden as in you'll always be charging dues and you are paying for programs and all those things. But Ghana Plumbers Association has been different. A lot of our programs are sponsored by our partners, as in sponsors. And you know, as important as plumbing is, we have 3 great days to celebrate plumbing. As in, every 11th March is World Plumbing Day, and we celebrate it all around the world. And even this year, we seized the opportunity to even support Pantan Hospital with their washroom. So we did some renovation for Pantan Hospital. And these are some of the things that we do as an association. A lot of people don't even have, is engaged in the plumbing business, but don't want to even come out to let people know that they are plumbers. It's because of the perception that people have concerning the classification of jobs. A lot of parents want their children to graduate with a colorful job where they'll be wearing suits to office. I remember I spoke with a certain client and the client asked me, "Are you sure you are really a plumber?" Because he was just looking at the way I'm dressed. And they don't think plumbers can dress well and do the work right.
Yeah.
They think the messy ones
are the
ones who are really to do it. And that's not how it's supposed to work. The whole world is not your workshop. So you can't have your working gear walking around.
Yeah.
So we change and wear our working gear when we're on site. But when we come out, we should also be well fitted in the society.
That is true.
Yes.
I agree with you.
So that is some aspects that we need to work around. And also we should understand that if we don't have, when we take the plumbing profession out, our society will be so much in a mess. Yeah, let's check from the hospitals. You just do a little research. How many types of diseases that goes to the hospital? Infectious diseases are greatest in our part of the world, infectious diseases. But so if you are able to deal with with our environment, we will be very good when it comes to health and reduce the traffic that goes to the hospital, and all the money going to the hospital will develop our communities. So our health infrastructure, our health personnel, and all those aspects that we have overburdened it because we are not treating our plumbing right. That's the cost we are paying. So the budgets that you are skipping to fix your drains, till now, we are still constructing open drains in town. Just because we are reducing budget. But if we were to put the budget there, we would rather reduce the cost in fixing malaria.
That is true.
And malaria, we can put it to a halt.
And these are basic things that we're supposed to put in place before buildings and other structures are put together.
Yes.
But then we don't do that. All right, so let's move into our conversation. I mean, because with what you're saying about plumbing and construction and so on, there are things that are happening to families now. They've built their homes. It's extremely huge and the most beautiful. That's what people see on the outside. But then within the home, things are happening over there. Snakes are invading our bathrooms and toilets. And we have no reason why this should be happening. Mr. Soa, why do you think this is happening to homes?
We have snakes invading our homes because of the way we keep ourselves and our surroundings. Our surroundings, we don't keep them well. And also, we don't maintain the property we build very well. Because when you build a property, where you have inspection chambers, where you have mounds, where you have safety tanks, and you've light them all to the sewer, and then you don't cover them properly, or you live in an environment where the whole place is bushy. The place is bushy. And then you can have rodents, you can have cockroaches, you can have other items coming into your home. And when the snake gets into the chamber or into the septic tank, it will not live there, but it will find a way of getting out. And the only way it will find is to run through the sewer line, and then you'll be in the room to come. So we all have to be aware that when we build properties, we cover the chambers, we make sure that anything that is open, we cover it, so that nobody or no animal can go through it. And because of the system we are running, in our homes, we are running separate systems. And when you go to where I live in Tama, where you have a combined system, where it's been there for ages, where we are not maintaining them properly, where we open all the chambers in Tama. I live in Community 11. Every day mine is blocked. And you go and you see frogs, you will see rodents, then definitely the snake will follow them and come into your room.
What are the defects, the plumbing defects that make this thing happen?
Mainly is about cracks and venting. How do we vent the system? If you are venting a system, we have two types of fittings we use. Is that you are using the flap system or you are using the net system. If you are using the net system, it means anything that is dropping cannot drop into the system. If you are using the flap system, if you push it in, it will come out. But if you open the vent and you leave the pipe into the air, that means even if the birds pass on it and they drop anything into your pipe, it will enter your line and you get it in your room.
Yeah.
So, and we should also always make sure that when we have cracks in our chambers, we patch them, we cover them. But somebody can see a crack in his septic tank or his chamber, manhole, and for years it will be there. In so way, yes, because you don't do anything.
Yes.
But with time, the snake may be coming from some place.
Yeah.
You will follow the rodent, they will enter into your chamber. Coming back becomes a problem for the snake. So you will live there. So anything that enters, you will feed it on it. When it becomes angry and wants to eat, it will be in the line. The only outlet you get will be your toilet or your shower. Depending on the type of waste you've used in your shower, you will find it.
Yeah.
And based on the WC having large traps, it will allow the snake to be able to come through easily than going through the shower. The shower trap is smaller, but the WC traps are bigger because you have a 4-inch outlet. The 4-inch outlet can accommodate the snake better than the 1.25 or 1.5 outlet. So when we build the houses, we should make sure that any crack we see, either in chambers or in walls, sometimes it's not coming from your septic tank or chamber, but a crack in your wall, which you have deliberately avoided sealing. You will get it in your room.
And before we started the show, we were having a conversation, and Mr. Nyamavo was telling me that when you see a snake or a frog, that should tell you that there are a lot of them there. There's a chance that they've been breeding underground for many months, and there are several of them. And mostly you don't get to see them. Probably you've just seen one and you think it's just that one that you've seen. Could this be a reason for poor construction? And if it is so, when you're constructing a building, do you need a professional and a professional plumber to actually be part of this construction that you want to actually have on that particular land, so that you can have all these things taken care of before a proper construction starts?
Yes, you know, let's put it in this way. After your hard and like working so hard for so many years and making your money, never let it cross in your mind that the builder who is going to take charge of your property is stupid. Because you are going to give your money to the person, construct a shelter for you, which is for safety as well, where you are going to enter into the building with your life. I don't know who can ever enter into a building with his life outside. And this tells you that it needs to be handled with people who are professionals and who also are having respect for like due process.
Due process.
There are so many people who think, oh, for this one, what is it? I can do it. So sometimes it is not in the construction, but it is in the maintenance. So let's think about them together. The construction, don't just say because somebody is able to do it, and no, the person should be qualified to do it and should understand the consequences of the work that the person is doing, because a lot of things have certain effects that you might not think it is the person who is doing it. Don't think too much about it being expensive. Discuss it and understand what goes into it and what is bringing up the bill. Now, you can't say a plumber is charging you too much, because Ghana Plumbers Association, we have a standard rate. So you have a benchmark to check whether the person is overcharging you or undercharging you. Some will undercharge you because they need a job. And they will take so much job with low rate and be okay with it. But at the end of the day, because the rates are too low, they can't hire very good people to serve you.
That is true.
And at the end of the day, your job will look polished now. Tomorrow, you call the same person for maintenance, and I'll be surprised you keep calling the same person and want a different thing done properly, which was not done well at first. So it is very, very challenging when it comes to convincing a client that hire the right person. A lot of them are quickly thinking about the cost. When you give a bill to a client right now, they quickly go to the end, check the summary, how much is it taking? But not too much looking into the value you are getting.
That's true.
We should weigh the value to whatever is being charged, and also be checking warranty and those things to help us. Now, when it comes to building, let us get our documentations set and get the right people in constructing for us, so that we'll be sure of what we are getting. We should not be in a hurry to get the product and not think about the cost involved or the people who are going to implement it. And also, let's understand that our activities that we abandon in our environment, they come back to affect us.
That's true.
So it is very important we look into all these things. So you have to get your drawing. All buildings need to, if you have your structural drawing, you should have your MEP drawing. MEP is the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing designs. You should have all of them before you start the building.
All right, so we're going to be continuing the conversation, but the most important message so far is the fact that you have to get the professional to do the work for you. Don't think so much about the cost. Think about the value that is being given to the building or the construction that you want to have on that very particular land. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with the conversation right here.
Hey buddy, it's me Azar.
Yeah, me now they see. Hey, you dey look fresh, oh.
Hey, hey.
With your label today, me.
Wait till you see what's inside me.
Azar, freshly made inside and out for greater coverage and colors that last longer and beautify your walls, spaces and places. Azar, no size. Go ahead. Buy now. Azar, #1 from Azar Group since 1921.
From finding your dream home to building a legacy for your family, the Homeowner Show has been your trusted guide.
How sure are you what you're getting is the right land? And it has to do with searches, land commission, checking social planning authority, checking everything to make sure that what you are buying is not a problem or a challenge prone transaction.
The stress of even not owning a house and constantly coughing up to rent is a big issue.
Join me, Hannah Atiasi, and my distinguished panelists as we delve into exciting conversations. Season 3 of the Homeowner Show, every Saturday at 6 p.m., only on Metro TV. Don't just own a house, build a legacy for your family.
To the Homeowner Show on Metro TV, and we are still live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana and on DSTV on channel 277. We are talking about why snakes are invading our bathrooms and toilets, and I have Mr. Sowa and then Mr. Nyamavo talking to us. They are professional plumbers and they know what it takes to actually put things together when it comes to constructing of your building, and also how you can maintain it and make sure that your health is absolutely intact and your home is also absolutely intact. All right, so we're going to be talking about floods and how they open channels for snakes and frogs and other things to get into your bathrooms and in toilet. But before that, the WhatsApp line is on the screen. Send us your messages and let us see how we can also go into it and continue with the conversation. So, Mr. Soa, talk to us about floods and how they open up drains and in other places. And then the next thing you know, you're seeing snakes and frogs and rodents in your bathrooms and toilets.
So we all know that water finds its own levels. No matter how you pour the water, it will find its own level. And in Ghana, we are all used to not covering the drains. So when the rain falls on the mountains, it will come. And we know that snakes, they swim. So wherever it's coming from, if it's coming from a breed or it's coming from wager, and it rains there and it's there, and the water washes it, it will be part of the drain. And because before you know, it's in your house. And I'm saying in Ghana, most of us, we don't want to weed. So in areas, you go to splash areas, and you see that the whole place is weedy. So it stays there for a while. And you to be following the rodents. Definitely, we all know that the rodents, we have them. When we were kids, there were many. Now they are going down, but still going to Katamanto. In the evening, and you see them.
Yes.
So if the place is bushy, and the snake has been able to stay there for a while, and is hungry to come out, take it that it has come through the flood, and is staying in Katamanto, one of the places in Katamanto. Once he's getting the rodents in the evening, he will stay. But when the rodents in his area go down, he will be forced to chase it. And I'm saying that most of us, we leave the chambers uncovered, even in our own houses.
How about the rubbish that we throw away anyhow?
Yes, we throw polythene bag away every time. And when we throw them away plenty,
They choke their gutters.
they come and block the gutter. And we are seeing basketball boys doing it. And we are still putting them. And then we don't want to keep the polythene bags in our cars. You see somebody driving his car, you fly it. And when he flies it, it will lie by the roadside. It will rain. The rain will push it into the gutter. And because we are not covering it, and we will still not cover it, because we are running away from the cost of covers. So when we do it, we don't make it sizable for me with my size to be able to go in and clean. We do 0.6, which is less than 3 feet. And then we do the 0.6 all over Accra. And when we do the 0.6 all over Accra, and we still don't cover. And then people will also block it. You will go to a place, somebody will put a mesh because he doesn't want the rubber to run through his gutter. And then the thing will come and block. It causes more problems for us.
That's
and
true.
those who are rearing snakes, people are now rearing snakes in the house. They rear the snakes, they forget that the snakes will lay eggs. And then they will leave them, and then definitely the way we are handling ourselves as human beings, we rather create problems for ourselves, thinking that we are in a smart world.
And we are not smart at all.
We are not smart at all.
Mr. Yamavo, what are some of the dangers that these snakes and rodents pose to us as homeowners?
You see, when you are rearing something, you know how to handle it. But when the thing is living with you without your consent or you knowing that you have it around, that's where the danger comes in. Because the provisions you should have made to handle them will not be in place. So it is a very serious issue. You know, in our buildings, we are not deliberate about the safety and conscious about our development. So when we build, however the rain falls, we don't make provisions where it should go. So the rain will go to where it wants or where it can. And that's where we have this flooding issue.
Okay.
If all the buildings we have in a community is harvesting the rains, you know how much water we are going to put together for the authority to treat and supply it back to us. And also our drainage system. Every building is having septic tank. Like every house is constructing a septic tank, contaminating underground water. And your neighbor is also drilling a borehole. These are all challenges that we have around us. So being deliberate about handling our environment is looking into making sure that systems are designed and constructed professionally and also managed professionally. And if we do that, we are even going to generate a lot of revenue instead of the challenges we are talking about. Because a whole community septic tank put together to not constructing but having a sewer and having a treatment plant for it, we are going to have manure for our farmers for organic farming. We are going to have recycled water for irrigation. and we are going to have generate biogas too for fueling. And that is so much money. But we've left it, and everybody is managing his own little, contaminating underground water. And also, out of this mess, we are going too much, we are being frequent to the hospital to take care of infectious diseases. You see, so it makes it very easy for us to look into addressing these issues. If they were difficult to identify the challenges we are facing because of lack of respect to plumbing, or let's say sanity in our environment, it would have been challenging to identify these things. But it is something that even a basic school child can tell you, that we get malaria from this,
and that,
cholera from that, diarrhea from...
What should one do when they encounter a rodent or a snake in your bathroom?
Kill it.
Kill it. How should they go about it?
Before you think of killing it, you should know that it started from somewhere.
Yes.
So when you tackle it from the source, you have a permanent solution to it. But as I said earlier, before you see one, there are many down there. Because we know this reptile lays plenty eggs. And out of the plenty eggs, one is visiting you, saying hi. And you don't like it. It means you have to follow up and make sure that no one is coming later. So our drainage system are supposed to be sealed as it should be. Because we have even the drainage system we have in our communities, the drain interceptors. When was the last time you saw drain interceptor in town? I hope you understand. But these are fittings that are designed for drainage systems to be trapping these things, unwanted things that are thrown into it, so that you have a scheduled cleaning system where, let's say, once in a week, a truck passes by, they lift it, empty it in the truck, put it back, and we are fine. But we are not fine because these systems are not in place.
That is true.
And to add to that, now we have non-return adapters being brought into the system. So you have an adapter. It has a flap in there. So whatever you pour into the system will go. But whatever is in the system cannot come through the adapter. And because it's brand problems, I can't sit here and say this brand or that brand. And now we have adapters that we put into the 4-inch pipe before you mount your WC onto it. And that will allow whatever you flash to go. But to not allow what is in the line to come into your room.
All right,
but as we are saying, we should be careful and make sure that we maintain our systems.
That's all.
Maintain the system. Make sure every time everything is closed.
Talking about system, what are some of the plumbing upgrades do you think a home would need?
With the upgrades, this time modern things are coming. So if you live in a house where your system has existed for more than 20 years, you need to go back. Call a plumber. Let him come and check if your lines are intact, your chambers are intact. There's no break in the system. If there are breakages in the system, then quickly get it fixed. 20 years is a long time. Somebody lived in the house, he left, nobody came to check your system for you. You are also living there, you are not getting it checked. So if there are 40 or there are cracks into the system, you will not know. So with time, let's take it every 2-3 years, get somebody to come and walk your house. And the drawings we are talking about, you need to have an as-built drawing. And they draw for you, and they implement the drawing, they interpret it, and they finish the work. They should go back and draw what they did for you. But in our houses, we don't have as-built drawings. They finish the work, we go. If you call me tomorrow, so yes, you did my work for me, something is leaking somewhere. What can we do? Oh, you need a leak detector. Because I've forgotten what I did for you.
Previously, or
yes.
At the time that we were starting the building.
Yes, and you should be able to pay me to go back and draw for you. But you don't understand why I'll finish the work and I say, pay me to do an as-built drawing for you. But it's the as-built drawing that becomes your manual.
Yeah.
So even if you don't give me the work tomorrow, and you want to give the work to Kwesi, you want to call Kwesi.
It becomes the blueprint.
Yes, somebody did this for me, he left. I have issues. I want to redo it. What do we do? These are the drawings. Then the person will look at it and help you. Even if I say, call me again to come and maintain what I did. 5-10 years, I will forget what I did for you.
All right, I've got some messages here from our viewers. Let me go into the messages. One says, "Hi, this is Yosin in Pig Farm. Please, how serious is this in Ghana?" And then another one here says, "Hello, good evening. This is Anita from Laboni. Please, where is Dr. Hannah today?" All right, so she is busy doing something. I mean, she has to take care of something very extremely important. But the next week, she's going to be here to continue the wonderful time with you on Metro TV. And then is the issue of plumbing. The most of our time, our concentration is on the building, not the septic. Oferiwa in Kofrida, that is what she's asking. And then, my name is Dylan. I usually watch your program. I have been educated a lot, but today's discussion is very important, but scary though. Okay, so these are some of the messages that we are getting from our viewers. Would you want to take the first one? How serious is this in Ghana?
It is very serious. In fact, it's life-threatening. So in making sure we do well with it, we need to engage plumbers from the Ghana Plumbers Association, because they have been taking, besides their skill training from whatever level they had their institution, they had their training. We also take them through some work ethics and processes so that the services will close up in all the gaps that we are facing in our environment. So it is very important we contact plumbers from the Plumbers Association. And it's also an advantage to you, the one engaging the plumber, because if there is any challenge, you have some people to report to, which we can do the follow-up for you and help you to clear the challenges you have. It is also important for us to know that all plumbers are supposed to register with the Ghana Plumbers Association. And registering is very simple. We have our office in Medina, New Road, Akosobo Junction. And also, you can even check us up on social media, Ghana Plumbers Association, and you have information about us. And every plumbing school near you, you can also engage them. We are engaging to register people from the training centers as well, so that right from the training, there will be members, and we'll take them through the program so that they engage. These are some of the things we do. We also try to connect our members to job opportunities. We are not saying we provide jobs for you, but when we see an opportunity, we link you up. Yeah. And also we prepare you to be ready for the market. There's a lot of people who are living by construction projects, but they don't know how to even approach it. You don't walk into a construction site and look for a foreman and say, "I'm a plumber, I need a job." That's it.
And do you think that we need a law, there should be a law that regulates how we build our buildings? I mean, we're wrapping up, so I just want to find out from you, and then your final words, Mr. Sowat, before I come to Mr. Joshua.
We believe that in the country we are just throwing our arms into the air where we should not do it. Because how can an architect build a property and give the whole property building to one person? The person will build for electrical, he will come and build for HVAC, he will come and build for plumbing, he will build for everything. And when he finishes, he's still looking for the cheap side. And then you call, look, I've priced the thing already, come and give me a bill for labor. If I come to give you a bill for labor and I'll start the work tomorrow and I'm not happy and I leave, what happens? But if you give me the chance to bid for the work, I become a contractor and I'm there every day. But all the people designing things now, we are cutting corners every second. We are cutting corners. It's the corners that we are cutting that is being and
it's not helping us at all.
Yes, so we know the laws exist. I register a company, I'm able to run it, I should be getting work. But because the one designing the work is looking at one man to take everything and sublet to me, and he's not looking at me as a professional, he's looking at me as a plumber who is giving me something to go and chop. So because he's giving it to me to chop, he doesn't see.
It doesn't work at all.
Yes.
Your final words, Mr. President.
Yes, I also believe so much into policies.
Yeah.
So there should be a strong policy regulating and protecting contamination of underground water, so that in communities is every house having a septic tank, and we have people who are also doing a 3-day program training people that now it is quite interesting that they do that from the beginning. It sounds good, but it's not going well. There are so many things that have been left running, and if we sit down as stakeholders in the industry and we have a policy to drive it, it's going to help all of us.
And then I want to come into this. Is there any building code addressing this risk?
There are, but not comprehensive.
It's not comprehensive, all right. So this is Dr. Wilson, an architect in Takoradi, asking the question. And then I have one here says, hello, Metro TV, please, this topic should be repeated. My question is, what should landlords and developers do differently? Amma from Dansoman is asking this.
Yes, the landlord and developers, they should also be so much interested in engaging professionals. They shouldn't be in a hurry to look at, it's like you're having an issue and the side effect is giving you a headache. You go to the clinic and look for a painkiller but the problem is there. So contact the professionals. Sometimes the information we get from them as in the challenges they are facing, which they want us to address, that is not what is going to give them the solution. But when we come to do a site assessment to understand the situation, that is where we address it and it goes away. So they should contact
the professionals.
Yes, the professionals. If you want
the
a
Ghana
plumbing
Plumbing
job
Association
to be done, contact the Ghana Plumbing Association.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua Nyamavo, who happens to be the president of the Ghana Plumbing Association, and also to Mr. Anyete Soa, Yunus Soa, who happens to be the planning coordinator for the Ghana Plumbing Association, for talking to us. Thank you. God bless you and continue to do the great work that you're doing for Ghana. My name is Nana Kwesi Kwitia. Next week, we're coming back with another exciting edition of the Homeowner Show right here on Metro TV. Continue to watch the rest of our programs.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Pro-Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation. With special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Pro-Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the Kwo Convention Center in Praeso Hills. Go to www.kwobusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Pro Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
Your world, your stories, your moment.
Welcome to Metro TV.
From breaking news to uncovering the facts of the story. Breathtaking events, mouth-watering trends, and unstoppable entertainment, all in one place. From the banks and corporate institutions to shows that tell you all about the economy. Checking your pulse and keeping a steady heartbeat. Stories of love to blockbuster drama. From crazy fans and hat-pounding sports, we bring you shows and events the whole family loves. This is Metro TV, where every moment matters. Metro TV, insightful and inspiring moments.
From Accra to the world, Ghana Impact Summit has been the stage for ideas that transform communities. Year after year, we connect leaders, innovators, and change makers, amplifying voices, driving solutions, and unlocking opportunities for Ghana and beyond. The chairperson, Alex Esiedu, board chair of Impact Investing Ghana, Amalate, CEO, Impact Investing Ghana, Percival Ofuri Ampoma, General Manager, Venture Capital Trust Fund, and many other visionary leaders and speakers personally invite you to Ghana Impact Summit 2020. This year's summit brings together voices that inspire action and mobilizes change. Together, we champion innovation, finance, sustainability, and women's leadership, creating pathways for lasting change. This March, be part of the movement. Ghana Impact Summit 2026. Date 24th March 2026. Venue Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel, Accra. Time 8 a.m. prompt. Theme Scaling Impact, mobilizing local capital for locally led change. Ghana Impact Summit is hosted by Impact Investing Ghana with support from GSG Impact and the Africa Impact Investing Group. Strategic partners. Collaborating partners. Media partners.
This week, on Beaten Set.
Fella make up with it as you have been to combine. Remember back to back. Cosito on the field of play and I met them how to mark. First of all, Mobanga. Who supported me as a number? Oh, my dream is to bless others. If you are the child, Momo, Ekulu anger. Medical confirm me, may you stop on. One day I mean a Lambo, may you top down. Sight the girls, Musia, me short one.